That day, Mom and I were playing games at home. Suddenly, we heard the sound of Dad coming home. We immediately stood in a line and held out our hands. Dad began inspecting each of our palms. He was always like this, keeping us locked at home, strictly controlling everything about us. After the inspection, he gave each of us a cookie. But Mom didn't get a cookie, and she cried in disappointment. Dad warned her not to cry in front of us. She had to remember the rules. Late that night, Mom finally escaped. When she saw cars passing in the distance, she knew this was her only chance to survive. She ran desperately toward the road. Then, Mom was hit by a car. When the doctor was examining Mom, I reminded him that Mom had a rare blood type. This was something Mom had told me. Soon the ambulance took us to the hospital, where doctors and nurses hurriedly rushed Mom in for emergency treatment, and no one had time to look after me. This was my first time coming to a place like this. I memorized the signs on the walls and then started counting every step I took, just to pass the time out of boredom. Soon, a nurse who was taking care of me came over. My first reaction was to hold out my hands for her to check. She asked me what my name was, and I said my name was Anna and Mom's name was Dolia. Because the driver who hit Mom had fled, the lady asked if I knew what had happened, but I said the driver wasn't at fault. Mom had run into the car herself. I also told the lady that Mom often made mistakes at home and sometimes fainted, hitting her head on table legs. I was even worried she might fall into the toilet, so I often accompanied her to the bathroom. And I told the lady a secret: Mom wanted to kill Dad. Hearing this, the lady's expression changed as she looked at me. She seemed to realize something and immediately notified the police. Soon a female police officer came to the hospital. The nurse told her that I wouldn't say where home was because it was our family rule. The address was our secret. The female officer had her subordinates go back to investigate the scene while she stayed to continue questioning me. At this moment, a male police officer who saw this case immediately called his friend. His friend was Mom's father. When the elderly grandparents heard that their daughter, who had been missing for 13 years, might still be alive, their eyes widened in shock. Grandpa hung up before even finishing the call and rushed to the hospital with Grandma. When they arrived at the hospital, Mom was already out of danger. Seeing Mom, they couldn't believe their eyes and stood there in shock for a long time. Grandma noticed the scars on Mom's hands and seemed to realize something, but Grandpa said she wasn't their child. He angrily told the police they had made a mistake and then stormed out. Just then, he saw me coming to visit Mom. He was too shocked to speak. Grandma called out Mom's name to me. It turned out that Mom had been exactly my current age when she disappeared. Grandpa and Grandma's impression of their daughter was still frozen in what she looked like as a child.